some amount of
Using
measures
one.
Oh, you're using it?
Y. So yeah, I think actually works here. This is 45, right?
Well,
Brian Civil.
so
Can I get
when you want to go.
Well, can we lower this a little bit more? Lower that? Yeah.
Paul?
Right here.
Oh, can you put it at 45?
Yeah.
Okay, boys, we're gonna need it.
So, however much we lower the spice,
Bring it back.
how much we need to raise the spice?
It's
Actually, directly.
We'll sort out all the kinks.
Can we just like do it, just try it first? And then like that, like I can see it.
Yeah.
So can you
This is still a piece of plywood. Did I get it?
do the form one? Yeah. Okay. See, that's dead on. And then yeah, it was on the page. Yeah, that's no, not quite. So,
We've got 9 minutes.
let's move this.
Yeah, true. Did you guys get it working?
Yeah, and then down.
I want to go like last week, but I missed it.
It's okay, yeah, that's what I want. That's
Serial on it.
So we're gonna probably want to start
Oh,
lower.
I don't think we made our second.
that was the discussion.
So that would be a line. Because also part of that is the cap charge. I'm fairly.
No.
Oh, yeah. There's an Indian one.
Oh,
Yeah, that's one.
we really the worst. Okay.
I mean, it counts for pass fail, but not
Yeah,
for,
sure.
Okay.
not
Did you click the sheets on it?
performance goal. But that's fine, I mean, our robot looks cool as hell. And it passes.
There's plenty more here.
No, yeah, when we just do it right on the, alright, yeah, we'll
I
try.
want you to watch this real quick. See if
Oh,
it works. My God.
This works, I didn't know.
You have a dog?
Yeah, I brought for the thing.
Well, like, by the way, folks, now for the diagonal orientation, we're just going to use the same coordinates, 12, 12, 12. Come on, give me that boy.
Actually, do you think we can work?
It might. I can get it in here.
Has anyone done a successful run?
From luck. From luck.
I feel like it's more.
Yeah.
Oh, just orientation.
We
did.
teammates, where are your other teammates? Left?
We're trying to get one point
So that's everyone can see. Well, the positive thing is,
I feel like you lucked out.
worry about
That's a good name.
your presidential in terms of
Here,
grade.
want me to report?
So,
I hope this doesn't fucking whack. There we go.
Yeah, me boys, what's going on?
I'm trying to get these things that
They're watching.
God,
Yeah, I hate
I'm
putting everyone after this last one. For everything. Mostly just shit. Yeah, mostly just shit.
I'm sort of guessing.
I would expect to be one part after this last one.
Okay.
For everything.
We'll just run it like this. It should be good enough, Paul.
Oh, no.
No, I just want to make sure it's straight.
Yeah, if we start in contact.
Yeah, it's straight enough.
Well, no, you can just keep position.
I said, language.
So each issue I have.
Go freak yourself.
in the position of the motors is that these two motors are running up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta correct this, dude. You just crooked.
Just walk the street.
If you actually
Well,
fix
my
it
point is that we can do that same thing.
a little more,
Oh, yeah.
a little less.
But then again, it changes the robot.
Yeah, there's, but also again, if you voters get
Well, this is, problem, this is so
cash,
That has happened, I'm gonna take that down. That has happened like 4 times.
So you're gonna wanna raise it up and we're gonna say it a little more.
That's also a good idea.
Oh, yeah, I should stop that. Yeah.
I am gonna.
I think I know who's.
My brain is failing me. It is a steamed pile of mush at this point.
Oh, you can sweep me.
I hear sleep helps.
It does, yes. And I'm feeling those effects.
So guys, we're about to finish soon, so I'm gonna say a few words as well.
Unplugged.
Well, if you're doing the Sarah's for a little bit, you can get actually a little bit up.
Oh, I haven't plugged it.
We should call it.
I want to say a few words as well before we finish. So, obviously I try not to have P-Day on the last day because then everyone's excited and I can't say last words. I'm delighted to have had you in this class. I think really cool robots, really cool ideas. Remember that this is about learning. What I'm eventually grading you on are your reports, which are primarily about how well you understood what was happening with your robots, not whether your robots were great or whether your robots were awful. It is about whether you understood what was going on. And I will point out that the team who got bonus credit for Project Zero are the team that did some experiments on the robot, took a little bit of quantitative data, and gave some thoughtful input about what worked and what didn't work. Okay, so it doesn't matter if your robot was a dismal failure as far as you're concerned. If you take some quantitative data and help us all understand in a smart way why it was a dismal failure, that's a win and a perfect grade. Because part of this class was how the heck do you build something this quickly? Right? All of this has been extremely pressed for time. I think Project 2 was an excellent demonstration where the robot that ended up mostly working reliably is the one that was made out of cardboard. And the more sophisticated robots had more problems. That robot there, the simplest robot I think probably ever built in the class. And I bet you that if they had gotten the visual servoing working, it would also have been a strong competitor. So the point is, I think part of what was a problem here is the discovery that mechanically sophisticated robots suffer from the problem of needing to iterate through the very slow process of mechanical prototyping. And that's just a fact of life. And so finding out early what works and what doesn't work. If there's nothing else you take out of this class, nothing else at all, it's in any engineering project, it's better to engage with reality early rather than late. Because no matter how smart you are, reality will surprise you. There will be something you didn't anticipate and then things won't work. And you better find out those things early and then you sort of wiggle your way around the problems. The second thing to remember is usually the best answer is to make the problem not a problem. That is, don't solve it by adding something on top that compensates if you can solve it by removing the need for it to work in the first place. Like the best project is the project you get paid for that you didn't need to do. So that's sort of your limiting case, right? Remove things while still meeting your goal gets you there the fastest. Beyond that, I'm happy to talk to you guys about your reports if you want, about anything else you encountered in this class that you're interested in. I will also say to those of you who are interested in a research experience, this is very self-serving, but I do take students working in my lab. I have a lot of students working in my lab on various projects that are usually with these sorts of modular systems doing quantitative robot experiments. if you're looking for that sort of thing, you can do that through MVP or through directed study. Yeah, and you should only talk to me about that after grades have been submitted, so there will be no pretense that somehow there's a quid pro quo here. So if you're interested in working in my lab, talk to me about that after you got a grade, and not before. Okay, yeah, let's continue trying to finish up.
How
One more big thing, really important, after today, this mess, clean up. Please do not leave before making sure we clean out this room, including all the tables.
If it doesn't close.
Because if we spring load, that gives us a lot. Which means it's done. Spring load it.
It's so close.
Yeah!
It didn't work, by the way.
So why did that work, guys?
But it was a go up.
It's too much.
Yeah.
So a little bit of vibration got us out of the friction cone. Right on the edge of the friction cone.
You know those adjustable functions where it's kind of like a and you lift it up and the
Do you want that
comes
paper, by the
in
way?
and slams.
Yeah.
It's got like a discrete.
This is your activate.
Well,
I thought you were talking like a telescoping arm, and I'm like, wait, what?
No.
It's actually
That's normal.
I'm probably going to just pour okay.
Yes.
And is it regularly only go over before you down cap? This is a big problem.
Yeah, like